All right. We're live. We're live. Excellent. A. Mute? No, there's no mute. Excellent. Alrighty. We got two already. That's cool. All right. Drop the link. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Good day today. Today seems like a good day. All right. So, we are going to be talking. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on this either. But we're going to be talking about something that's really gone under my radar. And that is Manuel Charr. Now, Manuel Charr has had a very funny career. He is 35 right now. He actually was born in Lebanon, and he is residing in Germany as well. So, obviously, the fan base there has grown for him. You can go on his box rec as well. And if you do look, he gradually made his way. Like most of his career has been in Germany. I think he's had one fight in Romania, one in Russia against Vitaly Klitschko. So his first loss was to Vitaly Klitschko, Povetkin, Breedis, Duopa, all those guys. His biggest win is Alexander Ustinov for the vacant WBA heavyweight title. Now, what a lot of people... What's up, Mr. Shelton? To Sean Thompson, what's good? So, what people overlook is that Charr is a world champion, right? Because Joshua's got the WBA super heavyweight championship for the WBA, but the standard, or as the regular they call it, is the one that Charr holds, and he's been holding on to that for quite a long time. Oh, there we go. Yeah, he says Russia with his fights, but anyway, what I think is a good decision is for Luis Ortiz to pursue this fight heavily, because if he does, he can win. If he gets a deal in place, if he gets a fight in place with Manuel Charr, he'll be able to beat Manuel Charr and become a heavyweight champion finally. Wilder beats Ortiz. He beat him twice. It's just a stylistic thing. You know, it's just a hard opponent. So I think that Luis Ortiz should fight Charr. Oh, we got Will in the chat. I thought Will skimped off. It's good to see Will in the chat. Yeah, it would be good to see that belt go to an active fighter. It would. Because you got to understand, the WBA got a load of belts. They have an interim champion, and I'm not even looking at the rankings. Watch, I'll prove it to you. Hold on. I'm not even looking at the rankings here. Just the screen. Right? So that's fine there. Luis Ortiz is number 3 in the WBA, and he has been pursuing a title shot for that belt for, I reckon, 5 years, maybe even 6 years. And he's messed it up for himself by testing positive. But we have an interim champion in Trevor Bryan. We have a gold champion in, I think it's either Judge or... No, it's... Actually, let me go to the rankings now. I need help with the rankings. I think it's either Hellenius, but I do remember... here we go. Yeah, it's Hellenius. The WBA World Champion is Mahmoud Charr, and the WBA Super Champion is Anthony Joshua, which is the one that he beat Klitschko for. Charro or Charlo? No, it's Charr. It's just Charr. He's been inactive for 2 years. Yeah. I think Al Heyman should pursue heavily. Think about it. Al Heyman has got 2 options here for his best heavyweights, right? Deontay Wilder is scheduled to fight Tyson Fury, but for some reason, if that fight doesn't happen, right? Wilder can get his shot at a title, man. Because you got to think about this as well, right? Wilder will easily beat Charr. It's not competitive, right? And it does seem like a cherry pick, but it's just how it is. Like, there's just some fighters that are just much better than others. There's some decent fighters, and then there's just great fighters. And Charr, he did the honest thing. He won the title, but he's been inactive, and he has not represented that championship well at all. Okay, look at Fresequendo. He's 47 years old, and he still wants a shot. He's not going to get it, though. You know what I mean? So it's either Ortiz or Deontay that are going to get that shot, because I don't see anyone else from Eddie Hearn's side ever putting up a bid to get that fight. And we're in a pandemic now, so it's going to be hard to do that. Andy Ruiz surely has to be in the conversation somewhere still. He was, but he didn't take it. You would have thought Al Heyman would have pushed Ruiz to get this title shot. This is not some gimmick belt. Even though the WBA are a bit of a joke at times, this is not like a plastic belt. This is a championship belt. This isn't a fake. This is the world championship belt. Charr was crowned the heavyweight champion of the world for the WBA. He is the heavyweight champion of the world, one of them anyway, right? This is not an interim. This is the WBA World Championship title. Luis Ortiz cannot fight Brazil because Brazil didn't want to fight. He cannot fight Ruiz because Ruiz has Arreola, and he turned that down, as his coach said. He can't fight Arreola because Arreola is set with Ruiz. Helenius might be possible, but why fight a gold champion when you can become the heavyweight champion? Because Charr wants a lot of money. He won't fight Ortiz or Wilder for a small bag. So Heyman's just got to give him a ridiculous purse. Give him whatever he asked, well, not whatever he asked for, but something that can be negotiated. Give him a big payday against one of your best fighters. Okay? Now, whether Charr wants to come and win, I'm not sure. I can't tell you that for sure because I'm not inside his head. I don't know what he thinks. Okay? But I think it's time we get a champion that's active. Because Ruiz, unfortunately, he should have taken that fight, because this fight for Arreola is a confidence-building fight. But it's not an easy fight. Let me read the chat. It's blowing up here. Man, I'm betting on Wilder again. If I'm going down, I'm going to go down with the ship. But I believe Wilder wins if you don't telegraph his punches. Yeah, he didn't telegraph much in that second fight. I'd like to see Ortiz make history. I'd like nothing more than for Luis Ortiz to make history. He's had 2 chances at the WBC. Wilder he beats him. Salute, family. Yeah, salute, young Merv. Good to see you. Man, I got faith in Wilder's team. They'll be on it, and so will we. I eye on this fight and the other on them gloves. I'm just a bit sick of talking about the gloves. I think it's already established, and I'm just interested in bringing this topic up. But let me bring up the rankings, because I was just I'll bring up the rankings in a sec. So we've got Helenius as the WBA gold champion. Trevor Bryant is the interim champion. Again, I don't see why Luis Ortiz would want it, because Don King has been really pushing for Trevor Bryant to get a good deal in place. They want to do like a Rumble in the Jungle 2 sort of theme with Trevor Bryant and Charr, but it's not sellable. It's not a sellable. You can't sell that. Usyk's tied up. Ruiz tied up. Konaki just lost to Helenius. Charles Martin's focusing on his IBF route. Caballe's not going to get a shot. They're not going to consider Hunter or Chisora. Pulev is getting a shot. Jugba's too low. Kuzman's done nothing. Lovejoy and Fresequendo are out. So there's only really one guy that can really challenge. It's either Trevor Bryant or Luis Ortiz, and Trevor Bryant's been inactive. Does Trevor Bryant want to take that risk? Yeah, Don's alive, I'm sure. Yeah. He's been pushing for Trevor to get the shot at the WBA, but I don't think he's going to get it. I think Al Heyman's going to outsmart. Al Heyman's got more money. Luis Ortiz has become a bigger draw, especially in the States, of course. You know, especially on that West Coast, that California side, okay, that Nevada side. Luis Ortiz or Wilder? Because if you don't fight Fury, then you can just fight Charr. Blow him out, and you're a two-time champion. You can become a two-time champion though if you what do you call it? If you beat Fury, of course. But that fight looks at risk. I'm not certain that fight will happen at all. What do you guys think? Who do you think should get that shot? Do you think Wilder should get that shot, or do you think he should stick? Because you got to understand, he signed a contract for the WBC title fight, right? And I want the best for Wilder, but I also want the best for someone like Ortiz because I believe he is a champion, just uncrowned. He's just an uncrowned champion because he's that good, you know? So what do you think? Ortiz versus Charr? I might drop a trailer for it as well. Who is Don King promoting? Prince Charles? No, I don't think he's with Charles. Will Stavern is with Don King, and or he was, I think. And Charles Martin is advised by Al Heyman. So Al Heyman's going to get you the fights if the money's there and it's possible to get made. I'm going to suggest this to the Kali Enigma. He's got connections with Ortiz. Oh, by all means, Mr. Shelton. I know Carly knows who I am. I've been in the streams before. You gotta understand, guys. It makes sense for both guys. Yeah, Stavern. See, they look the same, Will. Stavern and Charles Martin, they look like the same guy almost. I like the look of Charles Martin now. He's looking really good. I'm liking his technique. I'm liking his mindset. Yeah, Mr. Shelton, please do tell Carly Enigma because you'll let Hermaine Casado know and his managers and Al. Trust me, Al Heyman will make that fucking fight happen. He will make that fight happen. He doesn't give a shit about Charr. He's like, right, you want 10 million or 8 million? Cool, we'll give it to you. Fine. Because Charr's not going to fight again. His next fight will be his last fight. And Ortiz is going to take that belt, my friend. He's going to be the world champion. He's going to be the world champion if that happens. Because, guys, Ortiz is scheduled to fight in November this year. Ruiz turned him down. Arreola is tied up. Brazil doesn't want the fight. Helenius, does he want to risk it? He just won. He might be in a mandatory spot, you know? Soon. Because does Luis Ortiz really want to fight Helenius, another body in front of him in an eliminator and get the gold champion status? Or does he want to actually get the belt? Do you want the championship? Do you want to become the world champion? This is your dream. This is your heavyweight dream. You did boxing because you want to become champion. The first Cuban heavyweight champion in history. Now, I know there's a lot of troubles with the WBA. You know, they've been sued. And, again, Don King is trying his best with Trevor Bryant, but he's just not been active enough. He's number one, and he's an interim champion. But because who's the mandatory for Joshua is Usyk for the WBA or the WBI? I keep forgetting which one it is, right? Let me check. I'll bring up the rankings. Hold on, people. Take that one off. Let me just see this. I got to just type something in, people. But let me know what you guys think. Mr. Shelton, I'd really appreciate if you told, what do you call it? If you told the Carly Enigma, because he's got connections, and if he tells him, because get Carly to come over to this video later so he can explain it better to them, because they might tell him that, oh, it can't happen because of this guy and that guy. Nah, it can happen. What does Charr want? Charr wants the money. And because he wants the money, someone's got to have it. Eddie Hearn doesn't have it. He's tried. He can't get that done. Look at Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte hasn't got his shot at that yet. And he's not even in the rankings. Luis Ortiz is in the rankings. He's been more active than Trevor Bryant. He's fought at a higher level than Hellenius. You understand? So there's just that fine line. Like, who deserves it? Who deserves this shot more? You know? Because there is no one else in that ranking system that deserves it more than Ortiz, who's fought. It's either Ortiz or Hellenius, and Ortiz has fought a high level of competition. You know what I mean? So as long as none test positive, because you got to remember, Charr tested positive. I just learned that today as well. So, yeah. All right, cool. You understand? So there is that real fine line, man. That real fine line. I'll just check the chat in a sec. All right, good. That's 3 down. Good. 1, 2, 3. We got that. All right, we're going to take a break from that work. Excellent. Good. All right. I think Luis Ortiz has the Young Merv, he had the interim championship. He had, hey, everyday Erica, how you doing? Interim, yeah. Shelton corrected him. Mr. Shelton, oh, cheers, Shelton. I did good. He said Charr might not go for it. WBA Super doesn't have a mandatory, only the regular does, right? No, because Joshua's going to have a mandatory. He holds the Super. Charr holds the, what do you call it? The normal one, the regular. Holding any of those minor belts takes you out of rankings in other sanctioning bodies. Not sure holding any of those minor belts is worth it. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no real point in having the minor belts. Interim champion is your best bet, but you want the actual belt, what it actually means to be world champion. But Charr should go for it. You know how Charr's going to go for it, Shelton? Money. Pay him a ridiculous amount. Think about it. Pay Charr a ridiculous amount. Get Ortiz to ice him, right? And then simply you have another heavyweight champion in your stable. And the winner of Wilder and Fury could maybe fight and unify, because you got to understand that's Joshua's a champion with those belts. You got Fury now, who's a champion, and you got, if Ortiz was to get that fight and win, he's champion. They got Al Heyman must push for that fight, because Charr will take it. If the money's right, Charr's going to take it. If the deal's good, the bag is good, Charr will take it, because Charr's not going to fight Ortiz because he knows he's going to lose. Who else is he going to fight? Because if Trevor Bryant gets that belt, he's not going to defend. He's going to do the same thing. He's been waiting. Who's Trevor Bryant for? He fought BJ Flores. You know what I mean? Like, it's not comparable, man. You know, like Christian Hammer's a better win than BJ Flores. All right, let's bring... Oh, I made a mistake there. Let's bring this bad boy up. All right, I hope you guys can see this as well. Just a sec. We got 5 in the building. Let's get the likes up. They must have switched the rules. I don't know why I remember the Super being there to free the champ of Mandos. Maybe not. Nah, because Charr has not fought a mandatory. He has not had a single defense. All right, tell me if you can see this, guys. So these are the WBA rankings of July 31st, 2020. Okay, we have the WBA Super Champion, which is Anthony Joshua. We have the WBA World. So you got to understand, the WBA has 2 champions in it, all right? This one here is just a more prestigious reward. right? But this is the actual regular one, right? So they're both legit at least. This one not so much. Hellenius has it. Okay, these are the top 5 guys, right? My chair's making too much noise. We have the interim champion, which is Trevor Bryan. He's not active. He is not active, and he is not mandatory either. We have Usyk, who I think is mandatory, but he is fighting Chisora, so that is not going to happen, right? That is done and delivered soon. Ruiz has got a fight with Chris Arreola. So those two are out. So we eliminate 1, 2, 3, 4. Konaki just lost. He cannot challenge for the title. That is 5. Charles Martin is waiting for his IBF shot. That is 6. We have Chisora, who is fighting Usyk. 7. Has the, I think, Continental belt, and this is the Intercontinental. Hunter just had a draw with Povetkin, who is going to fight in the WBC. That cannot happen. Agit Cabell has not beaten anyone. He cannot get in that position. Kubrat Pulev is set to fight Joshua. He is the IBF mandatory. F.A. Jugba has not fought anyone. Sergey Kuzmin has not fought anyone either. And he lost to Hunter just before, who was ranked far above him. Christopher Lovejoy is not going to happen. Fresta Quendo is not in the physical shape and is not in the actual age shape to do this. The only guy who can challenge for this title realistically is either Robert Hellenius or Luis Ortiz. Robert Hellenius has more here, but Ortiz has competed at a high level. He has been in the rankings for a very long time. He was the former interim champ. And Luis Ortiz has had 2. He has had 2 world title fights with Deontay Wilder. The WBA will recognize this. So who do you think realistically is going to fight this man here? Let's see the chat. Then Will said, yep. What about Jared Washington? He is out. He is not here. He's out. He's not in the WBA. So who do you guys think is going to fight Charr? I'm going to put a poster up as well. Just let me actually, I'll send you the link, guys, so you can look as well. I'll just stop. Yeah, Washington just got beaten, and he fought for the IBF eliminator as well. So it's not going to happen. I'll just share my screen. I got to check some YouTube notifications as well. Fuck. Some trolls. Boxing is at a real standstill now. So Al Heyman's got to push and push and push and push. He's going to make a lot of money from the next couple of what do you call it? It's just that one there. He's going to push for this fight, man. He has to. Cool breakdown. Oh, thank you. Robert Charr will duck Ortiz. Fuck, man. It can't be Robert, dude, because Robert's just not going to want to fight, man. Robert's not going to want to fight mandatories, and he's not going to... He did beat Hellenius, but he fought in the IBF in Charles Martin for, I think, an eliminator. Not a final eliminator, but an eliminator at least, to be eligible for a shot. And he lost. So he's out of the rankings. Yeah, Washington lost to Martin after that. He did. I want the right guy to get the opportunity. You know what I mean? I want the right guy to get the... Hold on, let me... I'll show you who should get the opportunity, okay? It's gotta be Ortiz, man. It's gotta be Ortiz. It has to be Ortiz, man. It's gotta be Ortiz. Well, let me show you here. Not Rivas. Rivas ain't getting it. He's not even in those rankings. This killer has got to get the shot, man. He has to. He's been in those rankings far too long, man, without getting an opportunity. Has he messed it up for himself with the tests? Yes. Have other people such as Eddie Hearn prevented him and the WBA? Yes. Ustinov wrecked it for him because Ustinov refused to do VADA testing, right? This man must get the shot, and he will win. He will win. Okay, he will win. What's up, RF Boxing? Jason Phoenix, what up? Yeah, Rivas ain't getting the shot. Ronald Finkley is back. What's up, man? I'd like to see Martin get a crack at it, but it sounds like Hellenius or Ortiz are the only ones in the running. Yeah, like I said, let's look at the rankings again, okay? Let's look at the rankings again. Right. Actually, let me just hold on. I want to look at the resume of both guys, right? Let me just see. Robert Hellenius. And you got to understand, Hellenius is a bit younger. So Ortiz needs to push. Because, all right, good. Let's see. All right, let me just, right. Okay. I ain't never angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Respect watcher. Okay, respect Ronald. All good. Eddie Hearn pulled a real dick move by removing him from WBA. Yeah, Ortiz sounds best. It sounds best. It makes sense. It will do great on viewership as well. Because if that fight is in Europe, I'm telling you now, Hellenius is more popular. But as a whole worldwide, Ortiz, man, he's known for fighting Wilder. He's known as that boogeyman. You know? Damn, I really hope Al Heyman pushes this. Because he's a good businessman. He is one of the best businessmen. I'm telling you, the best guy for this. For this situation, he is perfect. Okay? He is perfect. Okay? Now, this is Hellenius's. Australia Talks Boxing. Come join Boxing Talk Worldwide. What is Boxing Talk Worldwide? Is that a channel? All right, here. This is Robert Hellenius' last 4 fights. He is for, what is this crap? Right? He is for Erkan Tepe for the IBF. That is in another organization, okay? He then lost to Gerald Washington. Okay? He then fought a novice, right? And he then fought Adam Kolnacki. Now, if we go to the rankings here, he fought Kolnacki in March. So let's go to the Feb because sometimes it overlaps. I think it was the... All right, good. Adam Kolnacki was number 4. So he beat number 4, and now he is the WBA gold champion. Okay? Luis Ortiz's last 4 fights. Okay? After Wilder, Kojanu, I think he was unranked. Let me look at the rankings here. This isn't a complicated thing. I just want to see if Kojanu was ranked, which I doubt. I doubt he was ranked. Let me just Luis Ortiz has fought better names. Hammer's a better name than all the guys there, except Konaki, right? But when you fight guys like Osorio, and then you have a KO loss to Washington, and then you fight someone else beforehand in the IBF, you don't build a strong case for yourself that way, right? That was July 2018. Or was it 2019? Yeah, it was 2018. Right? Let's see. I can't even see properly. Jones. Never heard of that Jones fella. All right. So he wasn't there. What about Travis Kaufman? Travis Kaufman's never been ranked, has he? Maybe in like the top 40 of the WBC. I swear Christian Hammer though was in like the what do you call it? The top 15 when Ortiz fought him. Christian Hammer. Let me just see when this took place. Let me go to the chat quickly. That's me sharing your video on Twitter. Oh, cool. Thanks. Working, hustle, job, and listening. Oh, that's good, man. Hustle. We all got to hustle. We got 9 in the building. Let's get the likes up, man. Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz wasn't in the rankings here. He was not in the rankings. Let me go to 2019. Sometimes guys dip in and out of the rankings. Let me just see when this was. This was the 2nd of March. Okay, the 2nd of March, 2019. I just want to see how they changed over the months. Povetkin. Stavern was still there. Well, that's funny. Stavern was still there. It's hard when guys are avoiding you. Karnaki was way down. Rivas was in the rankings, then he went out. That's mad. All right, well, that's that, isn't it? March. Let's go March 2019. You got to understand Ortiz for Wilder. Yeah, Joyce lost the WBA one. Dillian White lost his rankings as well. We got L-Dog in the chat. So I just think Ortiz is a better case. I think Konaki's a good win, but it's not consistent. Oh, that's sad, Mr. Shelton. You must be joking. Jake Paul. Is this? No. There we go. L-Dog, oh boy. My top 10 heavyweights: AJ, Fury, White, Wilder, Ruiz, Parker, Usyk, Hunter, Hrgović, Yoka. That's an interesting list, L-Dog. Very interesting list. What do I disagree with? I don't disagree with much on there. Fury, I don't know how. Dillian White, I mean, Ruiz and Parker are in the good spot. I wouldn't put Usyk on there just because he's done nothing. If he gets the win, yeah, I'll put him up there. Hunter, yeah. Hrgović, L-Dog loves Hrgović. Yoka's done nothing. What's Yoka done? But yeah, man, I mean, it's got to be Ortiz. It's got to be Ortiz. White and Wilder are a toss-up for me. All right, fair enough. I mean, for me, it's just Ortiz, man. Al Heyman's got to get on that fight like that immediately. All right? Do not let Hellenius get that shot because he will not fight anyone else from PBC unless they're like ranked much lower and they're not as big a threat. Okay? Let me see this. I just don't want any like mumbo jumbo. I think Wilder will demolish White, but White has a better resume. I'm not so sure if White's got the better resume, but I agree. Wilder annihilates him. Wilder will do what he wants in that fight. Ain't got no home. Oh my god, what is that? Is Joshua going to beat Pulev? Absolutely. First Fury entered the chat, and now Jake Paul's here. Oh, I remember that guy. That account came in. I forgot all about that. I forgot all about that. It's gonna be Ortiz, guys. You know, like Charr is just not a guy that, you know, is gonna fight unless the money is ridiculously good. So, you know, it's got to be Ortiz. Push for Ortiz. That's the only way you got to get Charr to fight him. Lots of notes. Parkour Master, good to see you again. Hellenius was not even in the top 15. L-Dog. Wilder's fought top 10 guys since he won the title. Minus one. But definitely Ortiz, you know, Stavern. Washington was good when Wilder fought him. After that, he just went crap. But Washington beat Hellenius. You know, so I'm not sure where the rankings were. Nobody on White's resume beats Wilder. Those are guys. Who's on White's resume there? Let me just see that again. I think Rivas would give Wilder a really hard fight. I think Chisora back a couple years ago might have. Parker ducked. Hellenius definitely wouldn't. Hellenius has sparred with Wilder, which is interesting. Yeah, Parker's good. He was a world champion. He beat Ruiz. He's the first guy to beat Ruiz. That's a big accomplishment. You know? I think Rivas will give Wilder a really good fight. That is a hard fight. Chisora will murk Usyk. We'll see, man. One thing I'm worried is like if Chisora just does a Fury performance. Ruiz got robbed. It was close, man. It was close. It was a hard fight to score. Every time I look at it, I'm like, damn, like those body jabs from Ruiz add up. But Parker's just good with the jab and the counters and controlling at times. But yeah, I don't want Usyk to like piece him up. L-Dog was at the fight. Oh, that's cool, man. Is Parker big in real life? Because he's a big guy. Why never take his head off the line and doesn't react fast? Perfect for Deontay. Yeah, you're talking about White. Yeah. Usyk is one of the best, though. At cruiserweight, he's one of the best. Because for me, beating Chisora does not make you one of the best. Cruiserweight, I'll put you in the top 10 if you beat Chisora. I don't think White has the craft to beat Wilder. Yeah, I agree. The key to beat Wilder is to establish. I knew you'd say that. When Wilder's able to fight with the lead hand, yeah. Because I mean that's not the only thing, but that's a big thing. Yes, you got to take away that lead hand because he's just really good at All right. Fury had a lot. See, L-Dog knows his boxing, which I'm impressed by. I'm a Chisora fan. I hope so. Yeah. Fury had a lot of success by disrupting Wilder's range fun and backing Wilder up. I don't think White can do this, no. But that's not White's game anyway. He never plays that game where he paws with the lead hand and does all that good stuff. That's just not his that's not his go-to. But that's not the only way he beat Wilder. But yeah, I mean, he used the feints. The feints that he usually does when he's boxing on the back foot, he put those in. But Wilder did make it hard on himself. I mean, leaning back all the time and not having your hands up and doing that shit with your hands and on your chest, no. Hold on, guys. I gotta get my charger. I got Wilder inside 4. If him and White fight, he's gonna destroy White. It's gonna be like Brazil. Because Fury did it with feints. White cannot do that at all. Yeah, exactly. I'll be back in a sec, guys. Just keep chatting away. All right, we're back. I don't keep you waiting long. Hopefully. Leaning back is a defensive deficiency that a lot of tall heavyweights develop. He doesn't do it all the time. He just, in that fight, he just wasn't doing it how he usually does. Spilker wasn't the same after Wilder. No, he wasn't. Yeah, young Merv, I agree. White has a long reach. He's got like a 79 reach. He's got deceptively long arms, that guy. But he uses reach well against Parker, actually. You know? Which I was a fan of. Damn, I'm going to find that sheet. Spilker lost every fight. He didn't lose every fight. He beat Thomas Adamek, I think. But Spilker's down at cruiserweight now. See? Heavyweight's a hard game, man. It's a hard game. AJ is a big guy. He will have an edge. AJ is not underrated. AJ is great. Everyone says AJ is good. No one says Joshua is underrated at all. I think Chisora I agree, Parker Master. Anyone who thinks Fury will destroy AJ is delusional. I think Joshua beats Fury. It's a style. Joshua's not gonna have the physical disadvantage Wilder has. Wilder's a bit easier to maul. You can't do it with Joshua. No one can do it. Joshua's accurate. He throws in combinations. He uses his jab and his double jab well. He picks his shots nicely. His defense has improved. You know? I think he beats Fury. Yeah, AJ's counterpunching is really good, man. His counterpunch game is good. With that right hand, whoo, fuck. To beat Wilder, you need to be good at creating angles like Ortiz. And White just plods forward in straight lines and head movement like Fury, and White doesn't have the best head movement. Yeah. White's footwork is terrible. Did you see White training yesterday? There's a video on his YouTube channel. Go check it out. He's really slow, man. I think Usyk will stop Chisora late, probably due to fatigue and swelling. Yeah, it's swelling. It gets bad with Chisora. That can happen. I just, I want Chisora to win. Watch her. People keep calling AJ a racist for no reason. Like, what exactly has he done? It's kind of the same thing with Wilder. No, it's not. Thing at all. Where? No one's called Wilder a racist except Billy Joe Saunders. I'm a big Usyk and Lomachenko fan. Yeah, you are. You're a big European boxing fan. That's what you are, L Dog, and I respect that. I think Usyk beats AJ in his best. Nah, bro. The size, man. The size. It's too much, man. I'm telling you. Usyk beats Fury. I don't think he beats Joshua though. Joshua's got more. He's got more in his tool set. That Ruiz loss, that was a blessing. He can box very well off the back foot, but he won't do that with Usyk. He'll go forward like a wrecking ball. Billy Joe ran when he saw Wilder. Oh no, what happened was it was with the Boxing Voice. They do great content. What was it? It was Saunders was trying to say hi, and Wilder's like, "Hey, what's the stuff you say? You're saying I'm a racist C word?" And Saunders like, "Yeah, I did." And then Wilder's like, "Well, what the fuck, man?" Like, and then Saunders just fucking ran, But they're cool now, sort of. And Saunders is a cheat, so that's just how it is, And Billy Joe didn't want a Canelo fight. Puts absolute shame, It's a good list, old dog. 2 non-Europeans. Japanese and forgot that country. I forgot the name of Chocolatito. He's South American. Fuck. It's not Ecuador. Not Korea or something. I forgot. Nah, Parkour. Billy Joe's got a school Triple G. You like the little weights? Not really. I am a little weight though, yes. Parkour Master, who wouldn't? Wilder already fights like a street fighter. Imagine what he'd do in a street fight. That would be the worst guy to get into a street fight with. You'd probably get killed if you fought Wilder in the street. Jeez, man. That guy is not to be messed with. All right. I do like welterweight. Wilder will destroy his hands. Depends, because he's had injuries. But he's a hard man. He's tough as nails. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, but send me your questions, guys. Keep asking questions. It's been a solid stream so far. Did you hear that Benavidez got his middleweight title stripped. I mean, fuck, that is ridiculous. Let me see. I'm gonna go to BFTB as well because he put a thing up. I got Cormier, but Miocic looks really good. I like heavyweight, light heavyweight, lightweight, and super flyweight. That's all right. I don't watch light heavyweight as much. I liked when Adonis Stevenson fought. He was really entertaining. He was really good. But Stipe, if Stipe's going to win, it's going to be by KO. You know? He looks really fit, man. He looks in great shape. He looks in great shape. Ding. Oh, there we go. They're great fighters, though. You know, they're great fighters. Nah, fuck Ryan Garcia. I don't like him. That guy's a fucking clown. That guy's a joke. Let me tell you, that guy's a joke. Stevenson and Kovalev were both so good in their prime. It's a shame they never fought. I would have loved that fight. That fight in Canada. Who's the best one? It's good. It's got. It sounds you don't like horses that aren't heavy. True. Oh, I do like the lower weights. Well, me right now, it's gonna be Loma. It's Lomachenko. But I think Teofimo is gonna beat him. All right, that is there. Let me see this. That's a big call. What's a big call? Your audio is bad. Damn. Really? Yeah, fuck. Is my audio okay now? My audio is lagged. Damn, what's happening here? I'm probably in the wrong room. Give us your 5 favorite boxes today. Hold on, Will. What do you mean that's a big call? What's a big call? Oh, Lopez besting Loma? It is a big call. And I think or beating, yeah. I think he'll beat him. I think he will. Five favorite boxers today. Okay. Wilder, Joshua, Chris Eubank Jr. I'm just trying to think. I don't know who else. Yeah, I got so many that I can't pick. But my top 3 favorite are those guys I just mentioned. I could put Luis Ortiz up there. I love Muhammad Ali. Oh, yes. Who doesn't? I love Muhammad Ali. What a man he was, eh? What an icon. Watcher, you like Lucas Brown? No, I don't. He's a cheat. He's a cheat, and he's a coward. It's that simple. And just because he's Australian doesn't mean I have to like him. Jeff Horn versus Tim Tszyu. I got Jeff Horn mauling Tim Tszyu. Jeff's going to beat him. Tim's fought no one. Very slow, very one-dimensional. Not defensively sound. Horn is going to beat him. Okay? I don't know why they made that fight. Jeff should just fight. What's Jeff fighting at now? I don't think many Aussies do. Yeah, I know you're Aussie, Will. Only boxing fans in Oz know who he is. Will, you know as well as I do, boxing is dead here. Another big call. What's another big call? I can't believe Horn is big underdog. What do you expect? It's propaganda. They want him to lose. Jeff Horn has done a lot for this country with boxing. My favorite fighters are Wilder, Miller, Gervonta, Broner, Mayweather. That's a terrible list. Miller, Gervonta. Oh my God. Broner. Horn winning? Horn will win. Are you kidding me? What's Tim done? Horn went to Crawford's backyard and he valiantly fought him. Lionel Rose was an indigenous boxer. Yeah. Lionel Rose and Jeff Horn, they've done the best in Australia for boxing. Jeff Fenech didn't really do much. He was just known for putting up good fights against Zuma Nelson. Mundine and Green, nah. And all the rest, they're crap. Respect for getting in the ring, but, I don't rate them. I don't. Jeff Horn's got a real awkward style, Like, Crawford had trouble within the first couple rounds. Costa Tszyu. No, he is Russian. He just moved here. Minor Anthony Joshua Hill, that's a surprise. Triple G, that's another surprise. Sugar Ray Leonard, that's good. Ali Pacquiao, okay, that's a good list. I just like Derek Chisora. Yeah, Chisora's a good man. Fenech was well known, the same as the other Jeff, cruiserweight. What other Jeff? I'm not sure what you mean. Will, I haven't heard of every Australian boxer because, it's not popular here, So who's this cruiserweight you speak of? I know Fenech was well known, but not for the right reasons. Thoughts on Justice Huni? I have no idea who that is. If we're talking of all time, then it's 1 Ali, 2 Foreman, 3 Frazier, 4 Roy Jones, 5 Mike Tyson. That's a good iconic list. I like that one. This whole Roy Jones versus Mike Tyson thing, I'm not really on it. I don't like it. It's boring. It's just another way for casuals to like Mike Tyson without appreciating what Roy Jones did. I also like Klitschko, Chisora, Campbell, Mikey, and Danny. Let me just count. Hold on. Matchroom. It's a good list. I'd rather see Tyson Holyfield 3. No. I don't think they even should have done the rematch back in 97? No point. It was pretty one-sided, to be fair. I don't know. You guys like to talk Mike Tyson up. I don't know, man. When he was like 20 years old, that's when he was his best. Not in the other part of the 90s, no. Yeah, I saw the undercard. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching that shit. I can't wait till Charlo fights. Oh, man. Those twins, I love them. That's a good list, L-Dog. I like that one. Langford, Robinson, great. Henry Armstrong is good. Don't know too much about him. Ali, of course. S.R. Charles. It's a great list. It's a great list. Let me see this. Oh my god, so many comments now. Yeah, L-Dog, I agree with that as well. Don't sleep on Jones. Jones is good. Oh, but dude, that Enzo McNarelli knockout, oh, that was terrible. He like face planted hard. When Roy Jones gets knocked out, he gets knocked the F out. I mean, they're wearing headgear, aren't they? Fuck, I should have never brought the conversation up. Just got off the dunny. I don't even know what that is. You must be quite young. Jeff, let me look. Jeff Hardy. Oh boy. Hold on. Dude. That guy. Are you talking about the rugby player? If so, then peace, L-Dog. If that's the case, then yeah, I know who that is, Will. But they're not actually boxers. They're just rugby players. Yeah, they're just rugby players. I'll fight Jake. Nah. What's up, Black Star Sports TV? Good to see you. Don't for Jake Paul, Deji, that ain't happening. Jeff Hitman Hardy, far out. I gotta look this up. Oh, okay. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. I don't know who that is. I don't know every boxer from the freaking 80s and 90s. Yeah, I know. I know you meant Harding because I looked it up. Because that's what I said. So what do we think, man? We think Luis Ortiz should fight Charr, or do we think what do you call it? It should be Hellenius. Hold on a sec. I did make vids on Joe Weller because he wanted people like making edits, so I made edits because he actually looked quite good. Ortiz is a lot more proven. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna wrap it up in a few minutes, but yeah, I mean it's got to be Ortiz. Yeah, it's the right thing to do. There's no point in getting Hellenius in there because the fight's not as exciting either. You know, so I don't care. Ortiz would beat the shit out of Charr. Hellenius should get a crack. I don't see him. I mean, I see them doing that rather than Ortiz. And Hellenius will beat Charr. But is Hellenius going to give Ortiz that opportunity? You understand? It's a game of chess, isn't it? A real game of chess. Because for me, Ortiz, man. Ortiz all the way. All the way. All the way Ortiz, man. I want to see that man become champion. I want to see that man become champion. All right, peace, Will. Yeah, I'm gonna dip out as well. All right. Thank you all for coming along, supporting the show, and I'll be live in another time. Thank you. Peace. Take care.